What's up, Deadbot Nation? Deadbot Steve. We got another great story. This one's a little different, though. We've got a local MMA fighter here in Utah. He is fighting with the Fierce Fighting Championship, and on December 12th, he's going for the flyweight title belt. Welcome, Dietrik Jessop. Dietrik, thanks so much for joining me, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
Yeah, I'm Dietrik. I'm fighting for the flyweight belt on December 12th. I'm 21 years old. This will be my 10th fight, my 10th amateur fight. So yeah, I'm excited.
And your 10th fight, so what is your record currently?
Right now, I am 5-4. Yeah, going into my 10th fight, but yeah, I'm 5-4. So
Yeah, 5-4, perfect. And so let's go ahead and start off. Like, what was life like growing up? What got you into MMA? Where did that all start?
yeah, so when I was younger, my family would watch the UFC a lot, and there's one point, I think it was about like probably 6 years ago, I think. We were watching the Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington fight, and I remember the fight was like they were just they like went to war, and they just reminded me of like warriors, and that's how I wanted to be. I also did a taekwondo growing up, so that kind of got me into it. But once I started like watching the UFC more, that's what got me into it more. I would say like the MMA aspect, but I've been doing martial arts for a while since I was little, like the taekwondo side. So yeah.
My kids did taekwondo for a little bit. Do you think the discipline from that, because they're very strict in taekwondo, right? Do
Oh
you think
yeah.
the discipline from that helped you out going into MMA?
Oh yeah, for sure. I had my instructor. Her name was Miss O. She was a old Korean lady, but she was tough. She was tough on everyone. So she really helped me with just my discipline. I think just like not giving up. She was really cool. Just putting like good stuff in my mind, keeping my mindset sharp and stuff like that. So
That's awesome. Yeah, my son said he wanted to do MMA a long time ago, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu specifically. And then we said, try Taekwondo first. And he did it for a few years, and I was like, I'm done. I am done. But it helped him a lot with discipline and, how do I say it? A lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? He was a lot more confident, a little self confidence, and
oh
so
yeah,
it helped him out in that way. But I mean, he moved over to soccer again, and so he started playing that. But I think it helped him out in his life a lot.
yeah,
And so one of those great things that I think everyone should try it, and if they love it, they can keep going. If they don't, it's something that they tried out. So,
yeah.
but let's go into when did you start doing MMA? So you saw the fight. When did you start training? Where did you start training? Like, what was your family support like in that whole thing?
So like probably after like a month of watching that fight, I asked my mom. I was like, "Mom, I want to do this." I think at first she was a little like scared. I want to say scared, just more nervous, I guess. Just thinking of getting into that. Um,
Typical mom thing, right? Typical
yeah,
mom.
but I don't think she like thought anything of it. Like I don't think she thought I was gonna make this my career because I was young. I was probably around 14 or 15 when I started. Um, so yeah, I just got started in that. We went to Foley's MMA in Ogden, so she would drive me down there. So it was before I even had my license and stuff. She would drive me down there, watch me, and then I just fell in love with it ever since. So yeah.
That's awesome. Sorry, I have to up in the microphone and stuff.
No, you're good.
So
You're good.
sometimes it might take me a sec to get that in there.
No worries.
So you started training at 14. What did they start having you do? How did they bring you into the MMA world? Was it dead like right into it, or did they say, "Hey, here's some things we want you to try out first and kind of get you eased"?
So with Foley's, when I went there, I started like a kid boot camp. Boot camp. So I was like in the kids class. There are some people my age, but it was more younger kids. So we did like everything a normal MMA would do, just with younger people, and I wanted to go into like the more adult classes. So I started going to boxing there as well, like right after. So the boot camp was like I think it was like a 3 month thing. So I went there for 3 months, and after that 3 months was done, I did their boxing classes, and that's like with all the adults and stuff, and like the kids that are competing. So I started doing that, and that's when I started really getting that competitive side, just sparring with the bigger kids, getting hit, just knowing what it feels like. Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
that's what got me for sure started on it was the boxing side, just the more competitive. But in the when I was a kid, when I was doing the MMA stuff, I learned a lot, like just like the basics, like helped me so much, like the coach Foley, he's like a really good guy, really good coach. Really good with kids, just like knowing what they want. So yeah, I he helped me a lot with that, just like the basics and stuff. And I think he got me started to with my
That's
journey.
awesome.
Yeah,
Having a great coach is a big thing too, because it either
agreed.
makes or breaks you. You either hate it or you love it, and so that's
Oh yeah.
awesome that he's a good coach for you.
Hmm.
So give us the day in the life of. So you wake up, I'm sure you eat. What do you do for the whole day? I mean, I'm sure starting out in MMA, you still have a job and everything. What is
Yeah.
the day in the life of Dietrik Jessop?
Yeah, so I work at Target early in the morning. I unload the trucks and I do like the stocking, so I have to wake up around 3 a.m. every not every morning, but I work probably 5 days out of the week. But yeah, I wake up at 3 a.m. Go to work. Have to be there around 4. Um, I get off around 11, I think. Yeah, 11 a.m. And then I just take a little 2 hour nap just because I don't. It's hard for me to go to sleep at night. so so I don't get that much sleep. But then I just take a nap just to get the extra sleep. Then after that, I'll like go hit a workout. We have a little gym in our garage. I'll go hit a little workout, so do this little bit cardio, and then usually my trainings are a little bit later. They're like around 5:30, and then we get done around 8. But each day is different. Like it's like every other day there's striking, every other day there's like wrestling and jiu-jitsu. And then usually the weekends we mix it all up and it's more of like a all around MMA slash like cardio workouts and stuff like that.
So you're only getting like maybe 6 hours of sleep a night, is what you're trying
Yeah.
to tell me, and so that's
Yeah,
why you need a
probably.
nap.
I do need more, but yeah, it's hard for me to sleep. I've always had a hard time sleeping at night. But like I feel good like when I'm training, like it doesn't really bother me. Like maybe in the morning it does, like I don't feel good, but once I take that nap and after I'm pretty good and going. So
Yeah, and you're still 21. You're young. You can
yeah.
handle it. At
Oh
my
yeah.
age, no, totally.
For sure.
So this I kind of like how you train at night because most of your fights are at night, aren't they? So it kind of gets
Oh
you
yeah.
used to getting through the day and then
Yeah.
fighting.
Yep.
And we always had. I coached high school soccer for a long time, and the football team would always practice in the morning because we had turf, and so it was really hot.
Mhm.
But I always told the coach, "Why don't you practice at night? Because you could, get used to getting through the day and then actually having to play."
Yeah.
And he would always say, "No, no, no, I don't really care about that." But then once they saw it hit him, so I like how you train at night, so that
Yeah.
when you fight it, you're already used to it.
Yeah, I
So
never
3
really
hours of training.
yeah.
Sorry,
I
go
never really
ahead.
thought about that like that way. I guess that's kind of cool though to think about like that. I think that helps a lot too, just like getting used to like the night training and like when I go fight because I fight around the same time I train. So it's pretty interesting, huh? Thanks for
Sorry,
giving me
that's
that
that's the
perspective.
coach's mind. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
coach's mind that I had. So you train for about 3 hours, which is awesome because your fights. I mean, give me a comparison. Your fights are only, I'm guessing, 3 rounds or 5 rounds, right, at the most,
Yeah.
and 5-minute rounds. So you're training for 3 hours. Do you get a lot more tired in the fight just because of the adrenaline and the fact that
Oh,
it's for
yeah.
real compared to the practices?
For sure, yeah. The adrenaline dump takes a toll like crazy. I'd much rather I have way better cardio in like training, but once I get into the ring, I still have good cardio, I think. Like I think my cardio is really good. But I think everyone can say this that the adrenaline takes like a big toll on your cardio and your just yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like your muscles after like a few strikes they just like get like pretty weak, but we train for that, so we know how it is, and it's not too bad. But yeah.
Would you compare it? Like, I don't know if you've ever been in a street fight. I've never been in a street fight. I've only been in one fight in my life, and it was during a soccer game, so I don't know if
Yeah.
it counted, right? But would you compare it to that, where it's a fight or flight kind of thing? Like once that bell rings, like it's hit or be hit.
Yeah, I never got in a street fight either, but I would compare it like that. I could see it being like that. Like I've almost gotten a street fight, and I could compare it to the adrenaline levels almost from starting the fight. So yeah, it is, but I think it's a little more tense just because you're waiting in that locker room for hours, just knowing you're about to go fight, and that adrenaline just starts. It's building up throughout those 3 hours, and you're just trying to get your mind right. So I think it is, for sure similar, but I think it is a little more dramatic.
So if you can go back to your first fight, like when was your first amateur for like your first amateur fight, and kind of what was going through your mind, and how did that actually end up?
Yeah, it was my first fight was 3 years ago. It was in 2022. Um, that one, I I don't think I honestly like. I think I was really nervous, but like I think I've had fights where I was more nervous than my first fight, and I just think it's because don't I didn't really know exactly how it was gonna be. It was like a first time experience thing. But once I got in the cage, that's like all nerves went away, and I was fine. Yeah, that fight was pretty crazy. I almost lost. I almost tapped. So the guy got me in this nasty, pretty submission. He was trying to go for this knee bar, and like it was really tight. Almost tapped, but had to lock in. Yeah, so I got out of that. Got back up. We struck a little bit. He took me down again. He got me an armbar, which is another submission. I I didn't feel really in danger in that moment, and I got out of that again, and then I choked him out. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Um, yeah, the feeling was crazy. Just like the win, I've never felt a moment like that before in my life, and I think after that, that like really really made me love the sport and just like keep wanting to do it. Just like the I don't know, I don't know how to explain it. The adrenaline is like something I hate, but at the same time, it's awesome just because it's just like no other feeling that you ever felt before.
No, that's awesome. And I mean, you don't hear a lot of people say they escaped two submissions
Yeah.
in one match, right? So that's pretty cool for being
Yeah.
your first match ever. So,
Heck
what are
yeah.
some things that you've learned as you fought? You know, you said you're 5-4, so obviously you have more wins than losses, but you have a few losses. What are some things you learned in those losses that you've been able to use to better yourself in the fighting world?
I've learned to stay like a lot more calm, not to rush things. The My last fight, I rushed a submission that I shouldn't have. I dropped the guy. I um could have stayed standing, kept striking, let him back up. Instead, I went for a super submission against a high experienced grappler. So I just learned to stay calm and not to rush things. And just to try to listen to my corner more. In my first fight, I remember I couldn't hear anything. Like it was just tunnel vision. Like I couldn't hear any of the crowd or anyone. And then I could start hearing the crowd a little bit more. Like after my next few fights, but it was still tunnel vision. So I think the main thing that I've learned though is just to stay calm and patient.
Is it tough to keep the noise of the crowd out of your head while trying to listen to your coaches? Does the noise jumble together, or are you able to kind of focus on what your coaches are saying?
I can focus on the coaches what I'm saying. Yeah, they don't. It doesn't really like it cancels out like every once in a while like I'll hear them like if someone says my name, but usually I'm pretty focused and I could like focus on my coaches and what they're saying. So yeah, I remember their
That's
voices, so
well, that
pretty
helps out a
well.
lot of that.
Yeah.
So you're coming up with a new fight, right? December 12th. You've got the flyweight title. Who are you fighting in that match, and what do you know about him?
Yeah, the guy I'm fighting, his name's Dante Morales. He's the current belt holder right now. He I know that he wrestled in high school, so he's a pretty good wrestler. He also has some pretty good striking. He's all well rounded, pretty good, but I think it's gonna be a great fight. I think it's a good matchup. I do think I'm gonna come out to win. I'm guessing a first round knockout as always. So yeah, but
And
he's
is
a
this
good
a?
fighter. Sorry, say again.
I'm sure he is. He has the belt, right? And
Yeah,
so is it a 5 round fight if it goes to that far?
yeah. Five rounds, 3 minutes. Yeah, I fought a few of his teammates as well. So yeah,
How'd you do against his teammates?
the first fight I fought was against a teammate. I won that one, and then the second teammate I fought, it was for another title fight in a different promotion. He is now pro actually. I think he's like 3-0 now. The guy I fought, I lost that fight. Unfortunately, it went all 5 rounds decision. I had some good moments in that fight. I dropped him. I had some nice takedowns. Other than that, Um, his wrestling was better than mine at the time, so I was, yeah, I think I learned a lot from that fight as well. I think even though I lost that fight, it was probably my favorite fight just because I learned so much and it was fun. It went all 5 rounds and I didn't get too hurt, so it was good. And then the first guy I fought, we actually had a rematch, I think 2 fights ago, and then I won that one as well with a first round TKO.
Oh, nice. And are all of these guys trained by Court McGee?
I believe so. Yeah, they train at Agima or Agima. I'm not sure how to say it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Court McGee's trained all of them.
Okay, so they've got a good coach, and
Oh
so
yeah, for sure.
I'm sure they're
Yep,
tough
UFC.
fighters.
Oh yeah.
That is awesome. So again, it's December 12th, and you can check out Fierce Fighting online because they do have a streaming option if you don't want to head out to the fight. But it's at the Old Masonic Temple in Salt Lake City, December 12th. And I think tickets are as low as like $35, $40. So it's actually a
Yeah.
really good night out if you want to go. Go
Oh
check
yeah.
this out. Support local fighting because this way that these guys can actually not only just get seen, but they get the exposure and they can go to the UFC, which I'm guessing is the ultimate goal.
Yep. Champion. Yep. UFC champ.
Is UFC champ. That's awesome.
Yep.
Hey, aim high, right? Aim high.
Oh yeah.
Because if you don't aim high, you don't know where you're going with it.
Exactly.
So awesome. So anything else you want to tell the crowd? One thing I'd ask you actually, if someone was watching this and said, "Hey, I actually want to get started with MMA," what's the first step that they need to take to find a gym or to start getting involved with something like that?
When you go to the gym, I would say this for everyone. Just be respectful. There's a lot of people who go to gyms and are they think they're like great fighters because they've fought in the street before, and they just like are not really respectful, and then they don't give the coaches don't give respect back. So I just think be really respectful. Listen to your coaches. Listen to what they have to say, and just try to stay committed. And yeah, that's about it.
A lot of the guys that go to your gym, I'm guessing, are they just going to just learn, or do they go to actually become professional fighters? Because we have a mutual friend now. He goes to one of your gyms, Josh Bell.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yep.
a principal at one of the schools that I work with a lot, and he doesn't go to fight. I don't think he wants to be a professional fighter. He's in his 40s like me.
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of people who just go to do it as a way of staying in shape?
Yeah, yeah, I see that. There's a lot of people there. I don't know if they go just to do it in shape or just because they love it, because it's an awesome thing to do, even if you don't compete. But there is also a lot of people who do there who are at my gym that do compete. But there's also a lot of people who don't. Like there's a lot of older people doing like the jiu-jitsu classes, and there's even older people that are coming to sparring, and I think they do it just for the love of it.
Well, it's a great way to stay in shape.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
lot
for
of
sure.
work. And
Yeah,
so you
for
burn a
real.
lot of calories, especially
Yeah,
sparring. I mean, I've wrestled with people, you burn a lot. It takes a lot of strength and muscle endurance for that. So it's a great
yeah,
way to stay in shape.
agreed.
So if you guys are interested in MMA, go find a gym that's local. There's a lot of them here in the state of Utah. A lot of people don't know that. There's quite a few training facilities, and some of them will actually offer scholarships if you want to just try it out, or if you don't have the money, they find ways to help you out with that. So check them out. So, Dietrik, good luck on December 12th. Is there anything else you want to say to the community before you head out?
I just wanted to say thank you for the sponsorship. Just we're gonna go far with this partnership. I think your supplements have helped me a lot. The creatine, I love it. It tastes really good. I could eat that all the time. I'm a sugar freak, so it's like candy to me. It's hard not to eat more than one.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, we love it. And so for the viewers, we sponsored Dietrik, my business partner, and I with our Dad Bod Warrior supplements, and so he's been using the creatine and the hydration during training lately. So I'm glad you like it. That's the whole point. We want to make sure it's actually a quality product, right?
Oh yeah,
Especially the creatine. I love it because I can control how much I take because each
yeah,
tablet is just 1 gram of creatine. But
hmm,
then it's also convenient. I can just chew it up, drink some water, and go to the gym. I don't have to mix it. Don't have to chug it. So
yeah,
I'm glad it's working for you. Really,
yeah.
really glad it's working for you. And we're glad that we're able to sponsor you too. Like we're excited for this partnership and we're stoked
Oh
to
yeah.
see you grow in the MMA fighting world. So that's awesome. So
Thank
thanks
you.
again for joining me today, man. I appreciate your time and telling your story. And good luck. We'll be there. We're going to be there for the fight on December 12th, and I can't wait to watch you fight for the first time. And for the rest of you guys, again, that's Fierce Fighting Championship. Go check it out. Dietrik, thanks again. We'll see you guys next time.